Hey there! In this video, you'll learn 4 things you can do right now to set yourself apart and become confident in your next interview. I'm Natalie Fisher. I'm a speaker and I help new graduates, people who have been out of college or university for a couple of years maybe, and just not seeing the results, the job offers that they like. I'm here to help. So I help recent grads confidently get in charge of their careers and land those job offers. So stay tuned. So when you go into that interview room, it's very normal for you to feel nervous. Pretty much everybody has experienced this, so you're not alone. Most people will tell me that they feel jittery. Sometimes they feel shaky or sweaty, and they feel like everyone is staring at their every move, and it just makes them feel really uncomfortable. And this can lead to having a really nervous, even negative energy when you first get into the room. So I want to talk about 4 actions that you can take before the interview to set yourself up to show up confidently, and almost so that showing up confidently is inevitable for you. So that's the goal. So the first is preparation is the antidote to fear. So if you are prepared, if you're as prepared as you possibly can be going into the interview, you're going to do a lot better than if you didn't prepare at all. Like if you have no idea about the company and you have no idea about the role. So it's basically like a test. So do you feel better when you've studied for the test or when you haven't studied for the test? That's what it is. So exactly, you always feel better when you study. So interviewing is like a test. You got to study for it. So there are 2 types of prep that you want to do first. First, you want to do the company-specific research, and the second is that you want to prepare your stories, which we're going to talk about a little more in this video further on. The second thing you can do is recall your highlight reel. So recall the times that you really did a great job on something, for example, a task or a project, or recall when you were told that you did an outstanding job, you got a good grade on a paper, you got a kudos from an instructor, a teacher, or former boss, you came up with a creative solution to something or a good idea, or you helped somebody out a whole lot and they were just really grateful. These are indicators that you have the value, and reminding yourself of these instances will not only help you when answering questions, but it's also going to help you feel overall better about yourself, and that's what's going to bring the confident energy into the interview. Someone who goes into an interview and is remembering great things that they've done is going to be doing a lot better. They're going to show up a lot better. They're going to show up like that person that needs to be there. Thinking about the competition or thinking about other candidates and how much more experience they might or might not have, that's going to make you feel low down. So remember, you are the thinker of your thoughts, and before the interview and the days leading up to it, you want to only think thoughts that are going to help you feel confident in the interview. So you can control what you think about, so make sure you focus on the right things. Number 3, have your stories ready to go. So I am a big believer in stories. They're what's landed me my job offers and my clients and everyone I know who I talk to. So in one form or another, you need to prepare your interview stories. So I have a video, it's called 6 Stories to Nail an Interview, and it's going to give you the breakdown of all the ones you need, and you can click below to check out that video. I'll link it up for you. You want to have at least a few stories prepared before you go in, and the good news is that these stories you can use at every interview you go to. It's a one-time preparation thing, but you really got to get them down. So you got to love that because you only have to prepare them once. Number 4, see things as you want them to be, not as they are right now. So what I mean by that is imagine yourself feeling great as you go into the interview. Imagine shaking hands with that interviewer, smiling, laughing, and it just feels natural. You're just a natural at interviewing and everything just flows well. You imagine them smiling at you, you imagine them nodding. The way that professional athletes win gold medals, this is what they do, is they visualize the elements that picture themselves winning, and they do that every single night. So it's as much of a mental game as it is the strategy in what you say and what you do. So there you have it. 4 things you can do right now to show up confidently in your interview. So thank you so much for watching. And remember, answering the questions is one thing, but there's a lot more to interviewing than just answering questions. So we covered a few of them in this video. In fact, all you have to do is treat interviewing as a real skill, because that's what it is. It's not just something you do and fail at or not. It's a skill that you need to learn. So if all you do is answer the questions, you've already lost. So if you want to get started with me, you can learn more by clicking the link below. I have a free guide that I put together for you, and you'll get free instant access to it right away when you click the link below. It's called the Free Guide to Ultimate Situational Interviewing. What you're going to get when you download the guide is you're going to get an in-depth look at the formula for storytelling in interviews that's going to help you quickly communicate that value right away with every question that you answer. You're going to get a series of concrete examples, the top 10 most commonly asked situational interview questions, where I break down the answer step by step, and you're going to get fill in the blank templates for each question. So you can start filling in the blanks and getting your own stories down on paper. And if you're still getting stuck, because preparing for your own interviews and preparing with the stories in your head is tough. I've worked with a lot of people, and most people have trouble coming up with this right away. So I've included a little help, 25 questions to come up with your own stories much quicker. So these questions are designed for you to ask yourself, ask your friends, ask your old colleagues or classmates, and you're going to have stories flooding in so fast you can't even know which ones to use. So you'll get all this in a beautifully designed workbook, especially prepared to help you prepare for that interview coming up. And by the end of working through it, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to feel a lot more confident if you go through and do the exercises. So click below and grab it now. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like the video. And if you didn't like the video, then give me a thumbs down and don't watch any more of my videos. And thank you so much for being here. For those of you who watch my videos every week, I really appreciate it, and I love the feedback that I get. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. So I put my dog in jail. Yeah, she wasn't behaving. We have a little doggy jail. It just means she gets to go out into the yard with the fence, so it's not really jail, but I call it that.